fish.
Dan Wagner is one out of millions of Americans that suffer from severe and frequent heartburn.
Come on in the middle of the night when I was sleeping. I would wake up with the burning sensation in the esophagus and eat the antacids to correct it, which would take a little time, but that's really when it began, late teens, early 20s.
Occasional bouts of heartburn, especially after large late-night meals, are not a cause for concern. But doctors warn that frequent and persistent heartburn may be an indication of gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD.
All of us probably one time of our lives have had heartburn. Eat a little too spicy food, you might feel it. But if you're getting heartburn frequently, especially after meals or at night, or it's waking you up from night, that can be signaling that you actually have an abnormal response, and that would be GERD.
It's not unheard of for individuals to go to an emergency room seeking urgent care after mistaking GERD-related symptoms for a heart attack.
Some people experience chest pain that's not burning. It can simulate a heart attack, and it can act like angina, which is heart-type pain.
Other symptoms of GERD may include chronic cough, hoarseness, chronic laryngitis, and even asthma. But Betty Jane Reber did not have the disease's usual symptoms.
Mine was not the typical heartburn. Mine was more of a constriction in the chest, very painful, almost like a Charlie horse is in your leg. It was just a spasm that just took hold and didn't let go. And I couldn't get anything down.
In people with gastroesophageal reflux disease, the muscle, called the lower esophageal sphincter, does not function properly, allowing stomach acids to abnormally flow into the esophagus. These acids often cause inflammation and irritation in the esophagus, triggering heartburn and other symptoms associated with GERD or acid reflux disease.
People also don't realize that GERD can cause changes in the lining of the esophagus that can increase the risk of cancer, which may actually have no symptoms at all. So it's actually a fairly important disorder to recognize.
Relief from GERD can come in the form of over-the-counter or prescription medications.
The prescription medications that are available to treat GERD, I think, are generally excellent.
Betty Jane has been taking a proton pump inhibitor for several years. The medication has eliminated her GERD symptoms, and it has also healed the damage to her esophagus after decades of acid reflux.
As soon as I started taking it, I never had another problem. Not once.
Dan suffered with GERD for years before he found a remedy with over-the-counter histamine blockers.
Someone had actually mentioned to me taking the over-the-counter pills that are available, that became available at the time. They stopped writing the prescriptions for them. They made them available over the counter. I tried those, taking them before I went to bed. And basically when I started doing that, the heartburn stopped.
There is a wide variety of medications available to treat acid reflux disease, but sometimes lifestyle changes are all that's needed.
Lose weight. If you're overweight, it's a simple thing, if you can, to drop some of your weight. I think the patient will be amazed. Just 5 pounds. And many of the symptoms will sort of go away.